Imagine writing something that no one will ever read. No likes, no feedback, no interpretation. Would you still write? Or has the presence of an invisible audience quietly entered even your private notebook? Welcome back to the Literature Therapy. Today we are exploring a simple but powerful idea. Many writers we admire did not begin by trying to be heard. They began by trying to understand. Before publication, before recognition, before literary legacy, there was a person alone with a page, and that privacy shaped the depth of their voice. Take Franz Kafka. His diaries were never meant for public comfort. They were raw, fragmented, uncertain. He wrestled with self-doubt, ambition, and contradiction, not to impress anyone, but to confront himself. Or consider Virginia Woolf, who used her journals as a space to think through her own consciousness. Her private entries were exploratory, not polished essays, not statements for approval. These notebooks were rehearsal rooms for clarity. They wrote for themselves first, not strategically. Honestly. Honesty is the only answer. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Even when we journal privately, we sometimes imagine someone reading it one day. We phrase sentences more elegantly than necessary. We avoid certain confessions. We soften what feels too sharp. Because somewhere we are still performing. And performance prevents discovery. If your writing sounds slightly impressive, it might not be entirely honest. What would change if no one were ever going to see it? From a therapeutic perspective, writing without an audience creates psychological safety. When there is no witness, the nervous system relaxes. You don't need to justify your feelings. You don't need to resolve contradictions. You don't need to arrive at wisdom. You're allowed to be inconsistent. Private writing becomes a containment space, not a performance stage. And commitment builds self-trust. So today, try this. At the top of your page, write, "This is not for anyone else." Then continue writing exactly what you would. Hesitate to post online. Don't be dramatic. Don't curate anything. Just write unfiltered thoughts. Notice the difference in tone. Notice the absence of polish. Notice where the relief appears. You do not need an audience to validate your inner life. Writers who developed distinct voices did so in solitude first. They allowed themselves to think badly, to contradict themselves, to wander. And slowly, clarity emerged. Your notebook can serve that same function, not as content, as conversation with yourself. When you write privately, do you feel freer or more uncomfortable? Tell me, which one is true for you?